Hereford at home in the FA Cup. Mark, a really, I suppose, very good tie, and just one to get the fans excited, and I suppose a pleasure to be a part of as well.
In many ways, you know, there's lots of positives with this one. It's a home game against a team from a lower league, but you know, we won't be taking it for granted. We know the record they have against us. Even since I've been here, I don't think we've managed to beat them. They've got some good players. They're on a good run. Martin's done a really good job there in really difficult, what sounds like really difficult circumstances, and they'll be as keyed up as any team's ever been, as switched on as any other team will be to try and beat us. They'll be well supported, and we've got to match their support from the terraces, get behind the players, and look forward to what will be a decent game of football.
Proper cup tie, and I mean, the fact it's on a Monday night with the TV cameras there, does that change anything with you in terms of your preparation?
Yeah, it alters the week slightly. It just means we managed to get a really good few days into the players early in the week. We've sort of staggered a couple of the days off that we have. You know, you can't get them in every day and train for all hours. We think we've by when Monday comes, we'll have had a great 9 days since Barnet. We've got some real good work into the players, both physically and sort of tactically. So hopefully we'll be all ready and all guns blazing.
And having that 9 days between matches, how useful is it that you go into it off the back of a win against Barnet? That
was massive. You know, we wanted to make sure we sat where we were in the league, and stayed there for a couple of weeks. But also, you know, we're five wins at home on a spin now. It keeps that record going, and it was important to bounce back from 2 difficult away trips that we had.
You've mentioned the record against Hereford already, but because it's a cup tie, does that make it different to how it would be if it was a league game?
Not at all. Listen, I don't think that really makes any difference anyway. The fact that we don't have good records against certain teams, I think it's a different set of players, different circumstances, and it's not something that will be bothering us.
A couple of players on their side used to obviously play for Cheltenham. Looks like Marley's going to be out, but Andy Gallagher, Michael Townsend in their ranks, and Junior Schmeichel, of course.
Yeah, listen, it'll just add to the flavour of a localish derby anyway, so it'll be good to see them, hopefully shaking their hand that we've beaten them on the end of the game.
It's been a while since most of them were here. Obviously Junior was here last season, but I suppose the amount that Cheltenham's moved on, does that sort of nullify any information they'll know about you?
I'm sure they'll have bits on us, you know, but it's like I say, it's 2 different teams, and we just concentrate on our boys, make sure that we like I say, carry on our preparation properly, make sure they know all the information they need to know, but go out there and play to our maximum.
When you play in a conference team again like this, does it actually help having managed in the conference yourself? You know the level, you respect what teams in the conference are all about. I
suppose it can do, but listen, it's about the 2 teams going out there, and you know, both managers will say that they're as prepared as well as they can be. You know, you have to deal with any injuries you might get or suspensions that we have or whatever, but it's just about the 2 teams going out there. We don't disrespect anybody. We don't take anybody lightly. That gets pretty much drummed into the players, and you know, I don't see that being the case on Monday night.
Are the 2 boys from Reading going to be available?
They are, yeah.
I mean, that must be a massive bonus because it gives you real competition in midfield.
Yes, it does. It really does. So, you know, we're delighted Reading have given us, well, obviously permission, because Lawson had already played for us in the cup against Yates. So nice to have another option as well with Jake.
And how is Lawson's knee? Is he fully fit?
He's trained all week, and you know, we'll continue to do so. We'll monitor him, just make sure that he's all right. But I don't see there being any problems with that.
Any other injury worries?
No, not there. No, I think we're okay. Mo should be back training today. No, apart from that, I think we're okay.
And Sido progressing well still?
Yeah, Sido's got a chance of making the bench. He's made a good recovery. We'll have a think about it, see how he progresses over the next couple of days, and hopefully he'll feature. You know, if not Saturday, if not Monday, then Saturday.
I mean, that is a really quick recovery, isn't it? I mean, I suppose that just shows his powers of fitness.
Yeah, his fitness levels are really good. We know that, but West Bromwich with 3 weeks, and hopefully he wants to get ahead of that.
Thank you, good luck.
Cheers.
Mark, good news that Lawson and Jake can both play. Do you see them as competing for one position, or do you think they could both?
No,
they both seem to like that.
Not at all. Not at all. No, we played Jake more of just off a striker rather than ask him to do too much in the midfield. They're both good players, and they can both easily fit into the way we play.
Yeah. What was it Mo had?
He just rocked his ankle on Tuesday against Chesterfield. His ankle from earlier in the season. If it was the last game of the season, he could have played Saturday. He strapped it up, but he's fine.
Yeah, you've got the TV money, obviously very valuable income coming in, but also prize money up for grabs in the third round. Everyone knows what that can do. So,
listen, as a manager, that's great for the club and all that, and the chairman. But the players don't think about that when they go out to perform. It's about trying to win a game of football and trying to get through to the next round and see what you get.
Yeah. What do you think about the fact the draw is going to be made before your game?
Well, it's an interesting one.
It
means obviously that the winners of the tie know who they're going to possibly who definitely they're going to play, be whether the other ones are replay or not. I suppose if you get a really big one, it could add a little bit of spice to it, but that's just something we've got to deal with.
Yeah. Do you remember the game in '99 at Hereford? When you played, you beat them 2-0. Do you remember anything about that game? That was the last time Cheltenham beat Hereford. But like you said, it's a completely different group of players. But it does seem to just be a little hoodoo against Hereford.
Well, I'm glad we're at our place. So we're at home. I'm happy. I'm more than happy with that fact. So listen, we're in good form at home, and hopefully we can just keep going.
Yeah, best home form in the division now.
Yep.
And at the start of the season, your home form wasn't bad, but you were better away at the start of the season, weren't you? So you turned that around well.
Yeah, we went to 2 tough away trips last week and came up short, but fortunately we managed to get our game back on Saturday, where I thought we played well. I thought we deserved the win, even though they had a penalty that I thought was harsh at the time. But looking at the DVD, it was a clear strike into the hand. But Scotty's done his own work from wherever he's got it from Sammy on the bench, from Stevie, made the save. And I thought, by the header in the last minute when they again possibly could have scored, they didn't have many chances, and I thought the crowd lifted themselves, the penalty save lifted them, and it sort of got us going a little bit more in terms of attacking intent.
Yeah, I know it's not why the players are trying to win games, but obviously the money last year helped sign Jermaine McGlashan, didn't it, in January, so it can make a big difference.
Well, it's when the tie came out with Hereford's reported predicament, I hoped it might get a favourable coverage. It didn't look like it was going to, but fortunately, it's put a smile on the club's face, in terms of the extra income, and it certainly hopefully helps Hereford's predicament as well.
Yeah, have you seen Hereford at all?
I've seen a couple of DVDs. I haven't seen them live.
But they probably won't be too dissimilar to the way they played last
year. I know they're a decent side. They've got some good players who all think they should be playing in the Football League, and sometimes they've beaten Shrewsbury, so they're no mugs.
Yeah. Right, cheers, Mark.